that Nigerians are angry and things are difficult. That is an acceptable fact. The palliatives is supposed to be a temporary measure, not a permanent measure. So we need permanent solutions. So though I'm not even a fan of the palliatives, my preferred option is to find a way to reduce the price so that cost of transportation and other things can begin to come down. Now, and also in addition to that, we can immediately, in the next 3 to 6 months, embark on a massive reconstruction project. Nearly 90% of the roads in Nigeria are in deplorable condition. In my home state of Edo, you cannot go anywhere outside of Edo State without going through gullies on federal roads. These roads can be privatized immediately. Privatize these roads. Julius Berger has a reputable name, and put people back to work. Not only constructing the road, but also have a contract where the organization, Julius Berger, for instance, can manage the roads and collect tolls. So we don't need to deal with bad roads and things like that. Now, people might say, what does that have to do with economy and what have you? It has a whole lot, because of the deplorable nature of our roads, costs of businesses have increased by more than 30% because the cost of transportation has increased. And when transportation cost increases, it is passed on to the consumer. That's number one. Number two, agricultural reforms. Government can actually engage with our banks, because for this government to succeed, our banks need to be repositioned to nation building. Today, my personal view, I don't work in the bank, but my view is that the bank is not in sync with the mission of this government, and even the previous government, the mission of national development. Because today, the banks in Nigeria know to a large extent those Nigerians who are not of very high means because of, I guess, the amount of money they have in their account.
Yeah.
Who can even use the bank, first and foremost, to distribute income based on what individuals have in their account over a 1-year period. That's number one. Number two, the government can set up a soft loan bank, okay, where those who have businesses and are falling on hard times can take a low-interest loan to be repaid over a period of time. But that's where the rubber meets the road, because the average Nigerian does not have this culture of wanting to pay back their loans. So a lot of education and re-education would have to take place to say, look, if we want to move Nigeria forward, if we want your neighbor to benefit as you are benefiting, then it is your responsibility as a citizen to access these loans and also embark on a repayment plan so that the next man behind can also benefit, so that your children can benefit.
Yes.
And then, of course, on the palliative, we talked about ethanol. Ethanol mandate can create as much as 5 million jobs in our country, because the feedstock for ethanol are cassava, corn, and sugarcane. If we adopt that, which means small individuals, mom and dad, can go and farm cassava, they can farm corn, they can farm sugarcane, and this will be bought immediately and sent to the factories that will process them for ethanol. And let me say this here, that Brazil is a major oil producer.
Yeah.
But they sell all their refined crude oil, both refined and non-refined. They use ethanol to fuel their vehicles 100%. We can do the same,
and
we can benefit.
And that comes from the massive sugar cane plantations, you know. You remember in
plantations. And that will put so many people to work, And then thirdly, which is important here, I did mention this, works, power, and security. If we get those three together, we can improve the lives of our people by a million bounds.